press the button?
Probably.
But if I press the button, the recording will stop.
Oh no, you've been recording.
Well,
Crash.
I pressed it as soon as you asked if we wanted to press the button.
Of course you did.
So really,
Hi.
we've only been recording for just over 20 seconds.
Thank goodness. I was a little bit worried. Hi, this is Beth. I've got Crash and Ellie and EO, and we're gonna play GURPS Wars, which is a GURPS Star Wars homebrew. And we got our logistics trio, and we've got a city that is sort of nominally Republic-friendly-ish, or maybe even it's gone back to the Republic. I forget. Ord Mantell. It's kind of a mess. And Thamog City is even more of a mess. Wow, does it have a whole bunch of crime and criminals and crime lords and whatnot. And you people have been visiting the Thamog Glass, and now you want to go visit someplace else, if I recall correctly. Actually, I should put Thamog Glass on the...
I do love that Thamog
map.
City, which could be characterized as, why can't I hold all this crime? Also has a location on the map referred to as Crime Alley.
Yeah. Okay, let me mark Thamog Glass on the map. Map. Here's my drawing tools.
And I see what someone has written. I'm assuming that Ellie put this here, but there's a spot called The Hill. And one of us has added underneath it, don't die on this one.
Honestly, I thought that was you. Maybe it was
you. Know, it could have been. I have no memory of putting that there. We've been doing this for months.
It's true. I can't select it.
If there's something that happens after the map has been closed and opened enough times that the person who adds a thing, that's why it just says that the GM has infinite points of inspiration or XP or whatever in Plus Ultra. Because I was trying to keep track of that under my account, but I can't anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I can't access the drawing tools.
Oh, I guess I did add this text here because I can move it around.
Crash.
Yeah.
I can't access the drawing tools.
Well, that's weird. You got GM privileges. You should be able to access everything.
You would think.
There we go. I've used up our high roll for the evening.
Very nice.
Yes, but you rolled a d20.
Yeah.
A die not normally used in GURPS. Let me go to user management. Yeah, you've got Game Master privileges. You have access to everything.
It thinks I've selected something because I have a little clenched fist icon now.
Well, it wouldn't be...
I'm reloading.
It wouldn't be an evening of gaming if there wasn't fighting with Foundry at least once. Even though we are done with D&D, I have shed my single tear for that.
Now it's working. I needed to reload, apparently. Okay, now I will make the icon here. 90 text.
Okay, so we're going to go for the Explorer achievement. We need to explore every part of this series of islands to the point where it's covered in so much text that it looks like that thing that we just spent way too much time observing before the recording today.
I'm going to grab all three of you. I'm going to drag you down to there. And I think that after Thamog class, it was at best late afternoon. And so you were all contemplating going back to your hotel, which is right next to the financial district. It says "Hut" in tiny little letters.
A location that was asked for at the end of last session was Thamog Glass had been potentially contacted. The deal fell through, but there was an effort to redo a Twi'lek historical site.
It was a general historical site that used to be where there was an enclave of Force users, nominally Jedi or Jedi adjacent, that many of the Twi'leks in the city had decided, well, it's a nice building. If it weren't seriously run down, it could probably be restored. And then we could use it as a general place of worship for many different belief systems, especially ours.
Okay, so it
But
didn't
it
start
fell
off
through.
Twi'lek, but they were thinking, This place could be ours.
Yeah. Since after the war started, all of the Jedi or whatever they were left, and the place kind of fell into serious case of not having any upkeep, and there may have been some damage to it here and there. These things, they happen. There was a war for how many years was it, Dio? How long was the
28 years.
Yeah. So, things happen. And no Jedi have come back for it, so should I put you over by your hotel?
I'll call a taxi.
Taxi.
Oh, fine, I have one job.
It's probably better if Entux calls a taxi because Rand has a different idea of how to call a taxi. In my defense, they weren't slowing down fast enough.
Rand, no.
In character, Rand knows better than to do that here. Not by much, but Rand knows better than to do that here.
Here is not Kos City or any other place where random Sith grabbing taxis out of the sky is okay. It's noteworthy, but it's not noteworthy in a call the cops, call the Jedi kind of way.
Look, it wasn't a random Sith grabbing taxis out of the sky. That one taxi just seemed to have temporary engine difficulties.
Mm-hmm. It wasn't able to leave or anyway. What? Actually,
not until the passengers got in.
Yes. Why don't you people tell me what happened last time, if I missed anything?
All I'm saying is, once it stopped, Rand was more than happy to put the anti-grav motivator back in.
And after that, I was quite motivated, yes.
Anyway, we went to see a lovely lady over at Thamog Glass who showed us around the place and gave us a history lesson. I met a gentleman who was making fine glasswork and several other people who were making quite large glasswork. And I found a sticky note that had some, frankly, rather incriminating things written on it.
That's
really?
Good. Then you stuck it back.
I did. But I'll tell everybody what it said in the taxi. I didn't want to draw attention to it. And, oh, what's his name? The fellow who owns the place.
Dornva,
that's right. Dornva wasn't there, or at least pretended very well not to be there. And I may or may not have suggested that I knew somebody who might be interested in purchasing a glass factory, and, well, then we left.
I'm sure we could, find someone who might be interested in that if we had to.
Well, I was going to suggest to Darth Chardinac that it might be useful to have a legitimate front on the surface of Ord Mantell.
A legitimate front in a city run by the mob.
Yes.
All historically
run by
legitimate
perfectly respectable civilians, all of whom are employed by Imperial intelligence.
Maybe.
Okay, but question, why does it say it's the Chardonnay glass factory? I believe that's a typo.
Well, we can't just be giving our names away, dear.
Also, we needed bottles to put the the wine in.
Anyway, that's what happened last session. We found out the location of Thamog Enclave, which probably isn't actually called that, but...
It is. It's the Thamog Enclave.
All right, fine.
Why are all these Ogmanites here?
It's not the Mogmanite Enclave.
I'm just saying, it's the Thamog Enclave we were directed to the Thamog Enclave by someone at Thamog Glass in Thamog City, next to the Thamog River.
And it's the part of city that's Old Thamog, yes. They were not very imaginative here. I mean, there's the gunnery. There's Amusement Mile. Well, that's just a section of city, i.e. the tourist trap.
Well, I suppose I have been directed to Cass Sewing by someone at Cass Fabrics in Cass City on Drummond Cass, so it's not like we're any cleverer.
It's what happens when it's an older place and, well, where do you go? You go to the such and such, and it's the one for this place. So, right. It's what happens when there's a lot of military things.
Anyway, we have been up for what feels like days and days. And I've been wearing this outfit for 3 whole episodes, so I'm gonna go take a bath. Tomorrow we can go to the Thamog Enclave, if it too hasn't blown up.
Someone's been moving my character on the map, and I appreciate that I still do flips.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it isn't me, dear.
I wanted to see what was under your thing. City
City
Hall.
Hall
City Hall.
District.
Well, City Hall
Yes.
District was there, but Ram was
Now it's just
slowly
Pokemon.
stomping through it.
Just Pokemon.
And one giant Hatsune Miku. And several trans flags.
What a strange time we live in.
Yes,
more
I
civilized
showed
age.
everyone W place earlier.
Careful,
Would you
I'll
be
have
really-
I'll have a Thamog holiday show up. The all genders holiday. You celebrate all your genders. You buy little gender pins. You collect little gender stickers from people.
You boil
Everybody-
a gender for 30 hours.
Only if it's not one you want.
Well, there's some genders that are still eggs, yes. But we're going to be very supportive.
No, see, you boil a gender. It represents a flag that's been out in the sun for a long, long time. That's also how it's how you get the creases out of the gender.
Oh, that's why you've been painting the eggs. That makes a lot more sense. There's one person whose gender they come out as Fabergé.
I mean, it's certainly worth celebrating. Fabulous, Fabergé. Yeah, okay.
Yep. They're known
Oh.
for being very expensive and fragile.
How do I look? You look Fabergé.
Honestly, I sympathize with very expensive and fragile at the moment.
Yeah. The problem I'm having this week is that Boo likes to sleep on top of things, and Boo also does not pay
Oh.
enough attention when he sleeps and
Humble.
rolls over.
Thud. Boo. Ah.
I'm gonna have to build him like a shallow pyramid so that he stops hurting his shoulder.
Oh. Thump, thump, thump. Oh, boo.
Get Boo a hammock to sleep in.
Yeah, he probably like that.
Well, once you get it, you have to tell Boo that he is not allowed, under any circumstances, to be in the hammock. That's the only way that he'd like it.
Mm-hmm.
Because cat.
Yes. Okay. You are heading back to your hotel, I assume.
By now, we're
Sounds
probably
like it.
there.
That's true. As you walk in the door, a skinny little person,
It's
speaking
Stick
of genders,
Stickly.
somewhat. No, not that one. Let me get. Where are you? There's an extremely skinny little person in a hat and a suit, big thick glasses, which are somewhat unusual in Star Wars. So either they have issues with getting high tech surgical stuff done to their eyes, or else these glasses, maybe they have little readouts or something. Pops up and says, "Take an interview."
With
This
us?
person is 50% hat and eyes by volume.
Yes, they are. Need an interview. Need an interview. You were there. You were there when Sandcast got shot at. You were there.
Now,
I'm from the
darling,
Thamog-
whatever
I'm from the
whatever you
Thamog
make
Digital.
up will be far more interesting than the truth. The truth is they were bad shots.
The restaurant shook. That's what people say.
Well, if you fire enough bullets into load-bearing portions of the infrastructure, the building's going to shake. And as my friend here pointed out, they were pretty bad shots.
Eyewitnesses. I need an interview.
And I'm sure
My
you'll
editor
find
is
somebody.
on my case. Yeah, my editor's on my case. Come on, give me a few words for the interview. You'll be in the paper.
I don't want to be
Well,
in the
they had
paper.
good
It doesn't look large
salad.
enough. Oh, yes,
salad.
and I did
Got it.
appreciate their drinks. Although, my enjoyment of the drinks was interrupted by the bad shooting, yes.
So, did you know the guys who did the shooting?
No, we're tourists.
People said you were friends at Sandcast. You all left together.
If people are saying that, then you've already had your eyewitness accounts, and you don't need us.
No, but you're the interesting ones. You're the strangers. And also, they said that she made everything shake. And Tuxa, you have a microphone pointed in your direction. Do you have any comments, ma'am?
Ben looks at Antux for possibly for permission.
Rand looks at Intuxa with a smile on his face because he's expecting any response to be amusing.
And Tuxa reaches out and lowers the microphone with one clawed hand.
Bink, bink, bink. Go the great big eyes.
Psychometry made by 7.
Ooh.
On him, not the microphone.
Well, the mic and the reporter are fairly connected. The only thing more connected might be the camera that is in their other hand.
He is
not
one with the
being
mic. The mic
actually
is with
waved
him.
at you. Yeah, pretty much.
What I'm looking for is he who he says he is?
As far as you can tell, yes. And wow, has he been talking, or she? You're not quite sure what gender is. Somewhat ambiguous with this person. They have been
Fabergé.
talking. Yeah, they have been talking to a lot of people. You feel like they've been following in your wake, practically. You know, there's little flashes of talking to some of the Zabraks from the Berekti boys. There's flashes of talking to some of the people that you vaguely remember being at Sandcast's hello, Dickens. At Sandcast's apartment, security type people, not precisely following in your wake in the sense of actually following you, but you've made enough of a splash that this person has apparently been homing in on you whenever you show up for a while.
Fair enough.
Come on, few statements. It's for the tea tattler.
So they don't
So
drink
your
alcohol at
newspaper
all.
doesn't drink?
I love that both of us went there. I want it to be canon that both of our characters ask these questions simultaneously.
It stands for the Mog Tattler, but everybody calls it the tea tattler.
I'm getting multiple pop-ups telling me I don't have permission to view a character sheet.
Yeah, I got one too.
Oh, probably because I was editing the reporter here.
Yeah.
Regardless, we shouldn't have gotten that anyway because we shouldn't have had access to the character to begin with. But whatever.
It's a bug that I think I've heard of showing up here and there in the module, that sometimes it complains about access when there's no need for it to do so. It's just fussy. Ran,
Darling.
you went down. You know the Tatler. Actually, it was one of those gossip rags that you were getting lost in. Anyway, so
And I didn't
with
mean
Spark
to
Boy.
interrupt Rand. I didn't mean to interrupt Rand. Sen.
Oh, technically, both of us, I think.
Yeah.
At once.
Darling. And she'll lean in and bring him under the shade of her hat.
Mm-hmm. Bing, bing, bing.
An amazing feat considering the shade of his hat, or their hat.
Their hat, yes. Mind tricks made by 6. Do you have a will roll? You do. Okay. Interesting. Okay.
There are some questions you don't want to ask, but if you encounter anyone who mentions the name of my brother-ish Carl, please tell them I'm looking for him.
The reporter scribbles this down. Ish Carl. Got it. You see the scribble. The scribble is...
Space shorthand.
Yeah, that too.
All one word, darling.
They correct it. Thanks. Sure thing. I'll look this up. Look. I can get plenty of intel on stuff. I know lots of things. You have anything interesting going on? Pet. Hands you a business card. Call me. I got a few things I gotta look up.
As you wish, my dear.
Oh, but quick question. Have you, by any chance, been able to meet Spark Boy? We're big fans.
That's not my beat.
A shame.
I'll try and get you a signed copy if you want.
That would be delightful.
I'll see what I can do. Can I get your card?
The only cards that Rand has on him are, in fact, the playing cards that he's been practicing card tricks with. He does not hand over one of those cards.
Pause. Oh, you're right. You're tourists. You do comm transfer. Here, can I get your comm code?
Rand will pass that over.
This will be recorded in the communicator that they produced. Poof! It vanishes again into the kind of over large. This is a skinny person who has bought a suit off the rack. So
it provides additional storage space.
It does. It really does.
For them and their multiple identical siblings that are stacked on top of each other inside the coat.
Entirely possible.
May I retcon a thing about Ran that has not really come up? Considering that we are technically outside of Sith space, I imagine that Ran would have brought a communicator that is in effect a burner.
Oh yeah, I figure that you all have burner phones.
Yeah, I do not want to have a plot point where when we are back home, Rand's communicator chimes and it's somebody asking for a statement.
It does depend on whether anyone decided it would be funny to forward your mail, so to speak. But that will be something to determine when you get back, if anyone thought that was funny. The reporter, having gotten something vaguely resembling a statement, scampers off hurriedly in such a way as to be, well, that sure is a lot of scamper and quick movement, and this person, while appearing human, might be part something extremely fast. Nope.
It's weird that they had to say woo as they ran away too.
I'm not sure if they actually said that. I think that's just sort of how the
I was thinking it
what's
hard.
the right word? Yeah. It's the mental image that comes to mind. But yes, this is a person who does appear to be extremely hat and eyes and giant glasses and a camera and a microphone.
If they took off the hat and glasses, we probably wouldn't recognize them later.
That's quite true, actually.
That's called foreshadowing.
And there's plenty of... Maybe. Entirely possible. It's a big city. You never know. No longer encumbered by a reporter, you may go in. That's a lot of microphones.
Somebody got distracted by the GIF channel.
Yes, I got distracted by the GIF channel. That's the little black and white cat that's going after the cord, and the microphone is not quite as well, Dickens is almost as obnoxious. You did a search for scamper. That
yes,
sure is
I found
scampering that.
It was a result.
Okay, I'm going to go away from the GIF Warehouse distraction channel and back here.
Yes, we were discussing Ishkarl, or Ishkarl? No, Ishnot.
I'm discovering that I did not appropriately put in my unspent points.
Whoops. So, you have a nice dinner at the restaurant, presumably, or one of the nearby ones, or you have takeout delivered, DoorDash or Space DoorDash. Spordash. It's run by these slightly fungal aliens that promise they don't shed in anything of the food. They promise there are no spores.
Well, it's either them or Spoober Eats.
And you never know what Spoober's done. I mean, they're like potato people, space tubers. They have lots of eyes. Sorry about that.
Trying to find a way to work in a Mr. Potato Head joke.
I think you just did.
Ah, mission accomplished. Well, then, sadly, we need to move the plot forward.
Well, I suppose that the next part of the plot is going to be when Ellie shows me what Antux is wearing the next day. Unless there's anything else that you people want to research before going to bed or heading out or over to breakfast or whatever.
I was going to say, the next thing I'm wearing is a bathtub full of water.
You can't go out in that.
I didn't intend to.
I mean, Antux could if you levitated it.
Well, it's not a matter of whether or not I can levitate it. We want to not get kicked out of the hotel, and that tub is way wider than any of these doors. It's like they built the hotel around the bathtubs. Not, mind you, I'm not complaining. But it does mean that we're not taking the tubs out for joyrides.
Besides, it might give people the impression that the kind of ritual we're putting on is the dance naked in the woods kind.
Pass. Hard pass.
Yeah.
My feet don't have the calluses for that.
I'd say that that's what levitation, telekinesis self is for, but that probably doesn't help as much as you want against, like, broken glass and glass bottles and whatnot.
Also be very drafty.
Well, yes. Is there anything that anyone wants to be looking up overnight, etc.?
The history of that temple sounds...
History of the temple. It was founded long before the war. It was allegedly an offshoot of the Green Jedi from Corellia.
So, Mary Allen's?
No, the green is just the color they wear.
Oh. Ninja Turtles.
Well, some of them probably.
The Lantern Corps.
That's closer. The Green Jedi are not as distant from local politics as other mainline, they call themselves Jedi, tend to be. You know, the mainline Jedi are sort of like, no, we just want to go and meditate and do peace type things and fight the horrible stuff that's on the planet we discovered, and, you know, stuff like that. But the Green Jedi actually, like, get married to people and have some interest in their Corellian families and Corellian politics, and it's not quite clear how they avoid doing a lot of mind tricks on people, or maybe they don't, nobody knows. But
no one remembers them doing mind tricks.
Indeed. Anyway, this Thamog Enclave was apparently a branch of the Green Jedi who disagreed with some of their philosophies. It's not clear what. They had philosophical differences, TM. And they established a little place. There were... Oh no, Ran, that's critical failure.
Well...
No more ranged bite attacks for you.
To be fair, I was getting hungry for that Spoober Eats or whatever.
Well, it doesn't work when you try to bite something without actually being able to see it and across...
It hadn't arrived yet,
100
no.
yards. No. The Thamog Enclave was always small. There were usually, like, less than a couple dozen at most people there at any one time, of masters and whatever they call their apprentices.
Padawans?
Oh yeah, that. Masters and students, it's termed in all the stuff you find. So that's what you can find on a very quick space wiki lookup. Anything further, you'll have to roll research.
I'd rather be doing that while we're there investigating.
Okay. Anyway, they all left to join the military one by one as the war went on, and none of them came back. The place used to be absolutely glorious. From the pictures you can see, it had several little towers built up onto, the blocky structure, and it was like covered in stained glass stuff. Then, failure by 2. Well, there's a lot of pictures of this place, and look at all of that glass stuff.
You find all the accounting logs. Not for this temple, but you find all the accounting logs.
You have discovered some very interesting accounting tidbits about the hotel that you're in, which apparently nobody goes to half of the 15th floor, and you can't quite figure out why.
Okay, I want to investigate that.
Well, see, that's what your research failure by 2 did.
Maybe it's some type of numerology thing? Like, some cultures don't like the number 13, so they just go from floor 12 to 14. which would mean the 14 is unlucky because that's technically the 13th floor. Maybe they've taken it one step further and now it's the 15th floor, but they're only half committed to that.
Well, I'm gonna go look.
Mind if I tag
a
along?
stealth
This
roll.
sounds like it would be an excellent distraction that may cause some chaos.
Your
Did you
stealth
say
roll.
stealth roll?
Yes, I said stealth roll. If you're going to go and investigate the place, there's an employees only. Hello. You rolled a 5. Okay, made it by 9. Ran stealth roll. Oh no, that's 15. Failure by 3. Well, as
I'm
Sen
so
is
quiet, being quiet.
as Sen is slipping along and dodging the security cameras, Ran basically
Is the
turns
distraction.
a corner and goes smack, rattle, clunk into one of the maintenance droids.
Full-size humanoid maintenance droid or mousebot?
Full-size humanoid. Full-size humanoid one. The kind that dusts up high. Mouse droids don't usually climb the ceilings.
Not
You have
without those
knocked
suction
over-
cups on their wheels.
Exactly. And then people get concerned. You have knocked over a cleaning and maintenance droid.
I help them back up.
It apologizes profusely for having run into someone, but this is really not a part of the hotel where guests should be.
Ran also apologizes. I was just outstretching my legs, and perhaps I should have been minding where I was going. Well,
There's a
not one-
gym on the 3rd floor, and the droid would be happy to give directions or even escort the esteemed guest to the 3rd floor where there's a gymnasium for stretching one's legs.
Yes, I've been there. It's wonderfully equipped, but the thing is, for as much as you walk there, you end up in the same place. I needed a change. Also, needed to get away from the people I'm with. They're great, but,
Of course, many guests do this. Here, please let the, droid escort you to the parts of the hotel that are not going to have droids zooming around it.
Ran
Sen.
will graciously let the droid escort him while not mentioning at all that Sen is, propped up against the wall in such a way where the limbs are all in weird angles to fit into the shadow that barely hides Sen. or whatever Sen is doing.
Sen could turn invisible and apparently is not. Sen...
Asked me to make a stealth roll.
Well, yes. Do you wish to turn invisible? You
Or is it
almost don't
funnier
need
for the
to,
droid to
considering you
just
made that
never look in
stealth
your
by
direction?
9.
Yeah, I mean, I made by 9, so I think I'm fine.
It is very disappointing. You have gone through this employees only part into the part of the 15th floor, and basically, apparently what happened is, okay, something like a fire must have broken out because there's still scorched wallpaper and whatnot, and instead of renovating it, they turned it into the droid charging and maintenance area. There's still rooms, but there's no doors, there's no beds. There's just racks of droid maintenance stuff here and there where droids can go in and charge. There's so many mouse droids here. There's this one room that the floor is covered in mouse droids. And occasionally one goes beep, 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 beep.
As you walk across the room, they all slowly rotate to follow you.
Well, they're so packed that you can't actually go into the room easily unless you want to walk on mouse droids.
And wait a minute, I talked over it, but did Sen repeat the bip 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 afterwards?
Yes.
Or was it? Yes.
Yes. Beep, beep, beep.
Sorry,
Very-
little guys, I think I'm lost.
Beep, 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 beep.
Sen will go find their way back. They are not going to try to hack into the droids to turn them into spy droids or whatever, because the people we're looking for are probably not at our hotel.
If they were, this might be an interesting place to hide, but because it at least does seem to have working freshers that haven't actually been cleaned for who knows how many years. They probably only get used by maintenance people when maintenance
But
humans
there's
show up.
no sign here.
No, it does not seem like anyone is hiding out here. There's just various droids.
Uh-oh.
We lost an Ellie. No, we lost an EO, not an Ellie. I was reading Ellie's name.
Well, we've also been playing for close to an hour.
I guess we are going to take a break. Let's just... no, here we go. Let's see. The computer was not letting them back in, but now maybe it is. Ta-da! You're back.
Yeah, the computer did not want to let me back in after the screen turned off and Discord disconnected me.
Oh, no.
Well, do we want to take a break? Your sibling is down here, though, so... Or do we want to keep going for another 15 minutes or so?
Up to y'all.
I could go
I would
either
not
way.
mind taking a break.
Okay. Although I would love to find out what Entux is wearing the next day.
I have a lot of temptations.
I suppose we shall have... But...
It is probably going to be this.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's nice.
That's rather elegant. Mostly black dress
She'll
with
have
a lot of gold accessories.
And
She'll
sort
have
of-
a thing around the back of her neck to provide the lighting effect on the inside of her hair.
Oh, neat. Oh, neat.
It will not be quite as long a dress as that, because that person is 13 heads tall, 9 of which are legs.
Yeah.
That's not exaggeration. I counted.
I
believe
was
you.
going to say, dear listeners, that is not exaggeration. That's not hyperbole.
This is someone who has been seriously drawn that way.
Mm-hmm.
Or perhaps a member of a near-human species that's very leggy.
Yes.
Leggy enough to be trouble for a whole planet's worth of detectives.
This looks like the kind of person where, like, if they're waiting at an elevator that you're inside, when the doors open, you just see the legs going up past the top of the elevator. And then you hear a voice coming from above saying, I'll get the next one.
Yeah.
The next elevator shaft? What? I appreciate I almost want to call them bracelets because they're around the wrists specifically, but they're like gossamer and shimmery with different pastel colors hanging down from the wrists all the way down to the floor. I can imagine how for the average person those would get in the way so much.
Yeah, I think Antux is going to have her little nano flyers holding things out of the mud.
Yep.
It does give the impression, the subtle impression that she's floating rather than walking, which is also nice.
Anyway, we're taking a break, I think.
Yes.
Percy, don't you dare sneeze on my keyboard again. Don't you dare.
Pausing before the sneeze. For the last time, you did not say punchline. I mean, someone did, but it wasn't you. Stop changing the facts to suit your own narrative. That's my job.
Wouldn't Tuxa like to describe her outfit for the recording?
You get such delight out of it.
Yes, I do. Or should I be doing it?
You should be doing it. You get such delight out of it.
Well, I mean, I could... All right, so a black dress that is a confection of gold embellishment up at the top of the plunging neckline, has gold embellishment sort of dripping down, is cut up to the thigh on one side, and the exposed leg is wearing either skin tone tights or, as I say, gold embellishments and swoopy bits. The wrists dangle extremely long cuffs that are practically dresses of their own that are in shades of pink and blue, sort of intermingling like a aurora in the sky, but with some of the little floaty levy things pulling the sleeves into flat panels that shifted to new patterns every so often so that they seem like they're sort of liquid stained glass. She has a little gold collar on that has some holographic gizmos in it so that her hair is lit from underneath in the same pink and blue aurora colors, and is also wearing a broad-brimmed hat with similar black, gold, and aurora theming. Swoopy Bits is a technical term in metalwork circles. Well, it's Swoopy Bits. Looks extremely elegant, and the little hover levies are doing their job because wow, would this drag at all the wet stuff otherwise.
Indeed.
Did I miss anything?
No, I think that sounds right.
Oh, good. You swan out of the hotel. Nothing seems to be burning. Well, maybe that is smoke off in the distance, but it seems over in the fashion district, not coming from the Enclave. So it's probably fine.
Ran activates his umbrella.
No!
Look, I made that art previously. This is technically a callback.
Ran's current character art is of Ran holding a
lightsaber umbrella.
With an umbrella hook.
Yeah. Imagine, if you will, a rainbow umbrella, but you replace the center pole with basically a glowing red stick that ends in a lightsaber handle.
It has the standard umbrella hook at the very end.
Well, yes.
Okay, there've got to be costume dress-up holidays, because those are just too hilarious. And people running around with fake lightsaber umbrellas would also be hilarious.
Yes, fake. Totally fake. Not something that was collected from the sphere of technology during a previous audit. You're absolutely right. It's technically a mock-up, but after I say sphere of technology, people don't ask if it is one.
No one would. For good and sufficient reasons.
Also, with my telekinesis as high as it is, I still might be able to cut someone in half with it. It might take several swings, but that's besides the point. We have a plot to get to.
Have you changed your mind where you're headed to?
Well, what do you think? Breakfast first or the Enclave?
I never like to make bad decisions on an empty stomach.
Very well. Let's go get a bite to eat.
Yeah, if we don't get a bite to eat first, we're not going to get the chance after.
That's probably true.
Many people know.
To the bistro.
Many people notice the outfit because you are definitely in. I mean, you're in the finance district. You're not in the tourist district, and therefore you stand out. Some people seem to be consulting some flimsy news. That must be a news flimsy, and making commentary and whatnot. At least one person below the age of, well, probably below the age of 12, approaches Antuxa and asks Antuxa to sign their copy of their news flimsy.
Of course, darling.
There's a picture.
Who should I sign it to?
Jemmy, with a J.
To my dear friend, highest bidder on Space eBay.
Thank you, famous lady. The picture is apparently an artist's rendition of Antuxa, and appears to be under the impression that she should have some Deveronian horns curling up from the hat, sort of delicate and discreet. And it's of yesterday's outfit.
You've got admirers.
Apparently I do. Here you go, Jen.
Thank you.
Ran, I am not going to try and pronounce Jemmy more than once.
You don't have to do a portmanteau for that. Space Jemmy is already a pun.
True.
They play basketball.
Oh.
With a bunch of animated characters.
Oh dear. Fortunately, you are not bothered further as you eat breakfast. Having been fortified by food, you go over to the Enclave, I presume.
Yes.
Okay, let me access the map. Let me scroll out. Let me put people on the map.
Not people.
Yes, people.
We might have to be social.
Everyone will have to fix their icons and icon rotation markers as desired.
Okay, changing Rand's icon to a terrible goose.
Let me quickly
99% loading.
Map. Oh, well, basic walls. Boop. I forgot one. No, 2 basic walls.
Good news, everyone. The walls here are only basic.
They're not prologue.
Well, if necessary, I can make them be basic doors.
Indeed. Okay, that looks reasonable. Let me describe what you get to see. It's a building that's somewhat familiar from what you looked up the other evening. It rises to, well, it's one tall ceilinged story, and then the rest has come crumbling down or been hit by airstrikes or who knows what. There's a few tower stuff left, but you would not want to go there. I mean, you could go there, but only if you have enough telekinesis other to sort of float down when it collapses. The place is absolutely studded with rainbow stained glass windows, many of which unfortunately near the ground at least have been shattered and have bags or whatever taped over them to try to keep things out or pretend that it's you're not supposed to go through the windows. The entryway is apparently the same pavement, but there are 2 gaps to either side between it and the little. You enter through an alcove, and underneath it would have been something, well, something. There's an empty space under that seems to be sort of have liquidy sounds coming up from it. There's a lot of spray paint. A great big splat of red. This is not blood. You're pretty sure it's not blood. If it were in a bucket, you'd be concerned. But red splatters, including what reads "keep out" across just in front of the alcove. People are making rolls. And took's a tremor in the force sense. There's a mind in there. There's only maybe one, and there might be more, but they might be vermin. Detecting disturbances. There's disturbances that are calm and quiet for the most part. They seem to be coming below.
Oh, I can see
All
through the
right.
stained glass windows.
Yes, they're windows. Do you get close
Yes, but I
enough,
can
you
actually see through
inside.
them.
Yes, you're supposed to. They're
Because,
windows.
because you put effort
They're
into the
cracked
map,
enough. Yeah, I put effort into the map.
which you usually do, but we don't usually have windows that we can look through.
Those don't look like Jedi symbols.
Inside, the floor is wooden, and it used to once be nice, but, well. There's a large spat of spray paint, there's lots of graffiti on the walls and the floors, there are benches that, for some reason, have not been hauled away yet. They're all scattered around in the middle. There's
a pipe
okay,
organ
some of
that
the
doesn't have
graffiti looks
someone wearing a
fascinating.
mask playing it.
There's a pipe organ at the back. There's no one playing it right now. And Tuxa has a thing to say.
And Tuxa had a thing to say while we were outside.
Oh, well. Rewind. And Tuxa, say your line.
It's okay. Please, let's
Okay.
just keep going.
Not alone here.
Essentially, what was revealed earlier was also revealed to the characters.
Yes.
What are these colorful things on the corners here?
The little those are
the blue fading into
lights.
purple.
They're they're little stained glass insets into the walls that if you get up high enough, they're set up very high. They appear to have been what would be lamps inside. Really, I should have turned this all black and made you use your light sources, but there's a moderate amount of light coming in through windows and whatnot. Where'd my NPC go?
So, with all these
what's
multicolored
this
lights,
big red splat?
Spray paint. It appears to be practically neon glowing spray paint.
So, with all the neon and the multicolored lights, someone's going to use psychometry in here and find that there was like a rave happening.
Possibly.
You said that right as I was kneeling down to roll psychometry on this weird symbol.
All you get is oonce, 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 oonce.
That weird symbol? Mm-hmm. That weird symbol appears to have been drawn Well, I mean, mostly what you're getting is like the wood and whatnot, but that particular symbol, the red one, was drawn by someone, someone wearing a mask, maybe a black mask, fairly recently, within the past week or so.
These symbols are new.
There's other graffiti underneath it, but this one, well, other people drew it. You get other glimpses of things that have been done on this particular patch of floor, but the freshest one is drawing in something that's not spray paint. It was laid on with a paintbrush. It's probably not blood. Made by 4 Occultism. What are you occulting?
I'm just examining the symbols
Yeah,
are
these look
drawn on
real.
the floor.
The ones that are drawn in kind of something that looks vaguely like dried blood, but surely it's some kind of paint. Those look familiar.
Hmm.
Those look ritually.
Okay.
They look like anchors. I will give you that.
Okay. First,
Okay.
what am I standing near to the north of me? And second, if I were someone who read Arabesh, what would the words say?
Oh, if you're someone who read Arabesh, you should go over and look.
I can't. Look, I'm delighted you think I know literally everything about Star Wars, but no, I can't actually read Arabesh without a guideline.
Not with that attitude.
It says Ishk-Harl. Let me get the actual spelling. No, that's not the app I want. I don't need the numbers app. I'm not making anything with it. No, cancel that. Someone has, in fact, scrolled Ishkarhul return on the floor.
So this is where if we're returning the Ishkarhul that we checked out earlier, we put him there.
Apparently. There's other graffiti on the floor beyond it, and it's in fact painted apparently over some stuff, and there's a yawning pit at the end of that little corridor that you're looking down.
There's always a cripping yawning pit.
Oh, I know where we can put the nope.
I bet it's already in there.
Rand, what you were standing next to used to be one of the glass doors that is, archway doors that all of the other places have, but, well, it's shattered, and now it's just, you're looking down a narrow
And I see that there's
there.
a lot of wreckage at the end of it, and it looks like it turns and opens up into a larger space. But unlike in a different game, my character is not the one who wanders off. That's a different character that I also play. In
you don't
this
want to
game,
find the Manticore? You don't want to find the Chimera?
Ram would love to find the Chimera. It's possible that we would adopt it. We have a history. However,
You do.
in this particular game, it is Rand's companions who go invisible and wander off. So Rand is waiting for them to do that. Or not.
And Tuxin. Actually, I should make you all go in order while you're exploring potentially, so I don't miss anything that you're doing interesting. I will.
By the way,
Hmm?
while you're doing that,
Yes.
Antuxa, when she was talking to the reporter, would have pronounced Ishkarhul's name correctly.
Okay.
I was basing it off the spelling on the text of the sticky note that you guys did, but she would have gotten it right.
Okay. It would have been transcribed better then. Okay. There doesn't, if you were perusing the news during your lunch, you did in fact show up as, a stranger looking for her sibling, and it may have gotten it may have gotten mangled into Ishka Hurl as a Twi'lek style name, but editorial. Okay, Ran is waiting on things, and to Sin, what are you up to? That black thing on the floor is someone has carefully spray painted a large black square, basically, and then someone put a design over it. That one's not a pit.
They saw a rectangle and wanted it painted black. No color anywhere.
Or they made a
want
rectangle
it to be black.
paint black. Well, maybe they painted it black. They were going to put see if a Cathar would stand in it.
There's a pit down this way?
Yep, the way that you're headed. The black square there is another one that was painted in, and that black there is a pit.
Well...
That wasn't me this time. Not all the chaos is from me.
And Tuxa, you hear a lightsaber ignite from the direction that Sen and Ran have wandered.
And this time it's canon. Oh, and you've added the light source. I love it.
I love that.
Also, that's got one heck of a range. Look at that.
I'm trying to make it less. I don't know why it's being so long. I can't. I said 1 yard. That is way more than 1 yard.
It didn't go 1 yard, it went 1 map. How many maps wide do you want it to be?
1 yard of dim light.
It looks like at the bottom there's the wreckage of a lift mechanism, an elevator. You appear to be looking at an elevator shaft.
Well, much as I'd like to jump down, I think we should take the stairs.
I think we've already hit our quota, career-wise, for descending down giant pits of nope.
You're the one who did that, weren't you?
Yes, and we've met the quota.
And Tux is staying over with the rest of not next to a pit. There's a door. This door has the spray-painted black rectangle in this door, this room, appears to have the wood kind of rotting out, and the mess over in the corner is in fact broken through and leads down into darkness, rotted, yes, roll to detect a pendulum. The rotted wood has crunched free.
Wonder how much trouble we could save ourselves by just setting this place on fire. I'm not. Don't worry. But
no, I believe this town has people to do that for us.
The stairs lead down that you're at.
Oh, good, because with the shape of the ground floor, I'm not sure that I want to ascend anywhere.
No, you really don't. Okay.
I de-ignite my saber.
All right. Sadly, I did not make cool teleportation things, so if you'll all hold still a moment, I will copy paste you.
You say as we move all our little tokens.
Mm-hmm. Allegedly, I should have been able to copy paste you all with a cut. Are you doing that? No. X. Cut 3 token objects.
Yeah, we don't disappear until you paste.
Oh, okay. I'm going to paste you. Hopefully, it will paste in the center.
Ah!
Yes. You're partly in a wall. There.
I don't have to be.
Okay. Yes, well, this really all should be dark. We will assume that you have your lightsabers someone ignite. You have gone down.
Doobie-doo, down.
Okay. The floor here looked like it was once maybe painted or something, or it had some kind of coating on it, or maybe that actually used to be carpet.
Does it want to be dirt? Oh no, it wants to be mud. It squelches.
Yeah, it squelches in the way of a place that floods every time it rains.
Yeah.
Almost makes me want to wish for a desert environment. Almost. I did say almost.
So it's another swamp, but this one's indoors.
Well, it's been pretty humid around, so yeah, basically. You are walking, as you walk, your feet sort of like settle into the mud and disintegrating carpet for, half an inch, maybe an inch in places.
Rand
you leave
wants
little
to make
footprints
a path.
that slowly... You can try to make a path. What do you want to do with it? How do you want to make a path? Describe this.
It's not going to be something that permanently stays a path, but for now I'd like to take all the muck and put it against the wall, plural, the walls.
You wish to part the mucky sea.
Yes. I am become a Sith Moses.
You can do this It takes a lot of concentration. There's so much mud here and slime.
And I expect it to settle back. But I expect to be able to not squelch as much, at least temporarily, by making my telekinesis other roll by 12.
You can do a bit better. You are not getting anything dry to walk on. What you're walking on is some kind of spongy material by now.
Oh,
You're not
yeah,
sure if it was carpet or what.
I'm not trying to dry anything because considering the environment we are in, that is an exercise of futility. While
Yeah.
Rand hopes to one day be able to hold back the tide through sheer force of will, he's not there yet. Yet.
Yet.
And behind me, it looks like a whole bunch of water.
Yeah, it looks like there was some kind of open area down there, and now you're not sure how much water that is. If that place went down, it could be anywhere from a foot to swim down. You don't know. And Tuxa, this place is horrible for your outfit. You probably want to make your levees float higher.
That is in no small part my
to.
motivation. Sorry.
And Tuxa?
I had intended to.
Good. The area here has a couple of doors and an open hallway into a large open area with some broken furniture showing. You come out into a large, central courtyard something. The ceiling is fairly high above you, but it is not nice. It has dropped plaster or something and long ago and is peeling, and you can see areas where there's the wood of the floor above.
Good news, everyone. I found the fresher.
No, you didn't. It's not fresh.
I award EO one luck point.
Sin opens a door into what appeared to be some kind of bed chamber, personal chamber. The bed is still there, rather destroyed. There's glass bottles. There's a little hallway room, something with a broken chair and ancient murals on the wall that probably were for meditation purposes. There's graffiti.
Take a picture of them.
Okay, there's graffiti, but there might be a Jedi code of some kind in between it. You can make out something about peace on it.
Yeah. Well, whatever. Not what we're looking for.
Before it said, meditate and you will find peace. Now it's been altered to say, you want a piece of me?
There are narrow hallways up to the upper right of the map that Entux is carefully examining. They are basically one person through. There's a room that the floor above has large holes in it where supporting pillars came down, and there's a spiral staircase that goes down into darkness.
Well, that's fun.
Send, detecting disturbances. Your things sort of slumber down below.
What sort of things?
Dark and or neutral. And took
So it doesn't feel much like a Jedi Enclave anymore.
It feels like the sort of things that perhaps Jedi collected and held on to for safekeeping and left somewhere safe. And Tuxa finds more bed chambers. There are more little freshers here and there.
I think it's been established that they are not.
Well, true. Places that appear to have been multi-person narrow bunks.
This statue.
Where are you hiding? Let me find Sen. Where is Sen? There.
Next to me.
You have found the remnants of the elevator. There's the lift. Crunch. It looks like something came down on top of it, or the lift came down very quickly, and Tuxa found another spiral staircase going down into darkness and another pair of stairs going up.
I like how Foundry will show me the path that people are taking who aren't me. But Sen and I were both going in the same general direction, and Io had decided Sen was going to go way further. So I just see this line extending out from the path that Ran is taking that's going way further than I wanted Ran to go. Going, wait, no, stop. Brakes.
So far, Antux has found 2 spiral staircases that are going down. Oh, Sen has passed one, also going down.
I found more. This water seems to
be dark and opaque, especially peering through windows that haven't been completely shattered. I should note that the whole place smells horrible.
Ran is curious.
I figured.
Ran is frequently curious. What is Ran curious about?
Ran would like to temporarily move the water aside, holding it in place to see how far it might go down, if it's possible to see how far it goes down. And then after seeing that, have every intention of putting the water back, as opposed to just letting it flow back, which could put stress on things that Ran does not want to stress when in the basement.
Interesting. What are you going to do with the water while you are trying to look under it?
Well, we're looking through windows at it, right?
Yep.
Okay. Are we looking at the surface of the water, or are we looking at through the window is just all water?
You're looking at the surface of the water. This was an underground thing. It looks like you could once have even opened these windows and maybe walked out like a sliding glass door.
So there's water and air on the other side.
Yeah, it's maybe up to your knees if you opened it.
And Ran's not going to open it. Ran is simply going to take some of the water that is down there and put it up higher without removing it from the room. It's like picking up a rock to see what's underneath it, but the rock is water.
Water is notoriously somewhat difficult to handle as if it was an item. I am assessing a -10 on you.
Fair and valid.
Grabbing it and splashing it around would be easier, but what you are doing is extremely finicky work for a liquid.
That's why I'm trying it, because dagnabbit, this is fun. And I made it by one. The trick is to not think of each individual molecule of water as a separate thing. It is one thing. One very splashy thing.
You had to let go of the holding the mud back for this.
Oh, my assumption was that I stopped holding the mud back as soon as I put it over to the side, and it was going to eventually flow back.
Oh, ooze back.
I was assuming it would, but that was not something that I was intending to hold concentration on.
Okay, good. It seems like this goes down only a few steps, maybe, from where you would be opening it, like if you stepped out through the doors or something, into maybe it used to be a tiny garden of some kind.
Now it's a water garden.
There's some mud-covered stumps of columns, and maybe that was a statue over there.
Huh.
There's some strange wiggly things that do not like that you have been moving their water away.
Well, I put the water back.
So, Antuxa. Sen made by 1, you're not really detecting much disturbance at the moment. Antuxa's turn.
That surprises me. Although I guess I usually do come after Ray. I don't really have... I've done everything I want to do until we go downstairs.
I mean, you are down the stairs, except if you want to try to go further down.
I had intended to try to go further down.
Okay, gather your ducklings as you will then.
Duckling reporting for duty.
We're not stealing the eels.
I don't know where we would keep them. Not in the tub, and Tuxa uses that.
You could keep them in a hovercraft.
No. The last thing I want is for the local tabloid to be doing stories about eels stealing hovercraft.
Besides, they'd have to get a translation dictionary.
I know that reference.
Anyway, shall we continue
So
to
where do you wish
descend?
to go?
Certainly.
We found more than one staircase that goes down, didn't we?
You found 3.
All right. So
4,
then it's a question of which one we take, because Ram will not suggest that we just split up and each take a different one, as funny as that would be. But this is a campaign where we would not annoy the GM by doing that. So it loses a lot of its luster. Yeah.
I suggest that we take the one that we can see right now.
Ah.
And then, if that doesn't lead anywhere interesting, we can come back up and take the others. But right now, let's go with the path of least resistance.
Right. Well, I'm going to stay very
I did not have a
close
chance
to you.
make a map for this.
So I don't need to stand directly close to you so that the GM can select this all and copy paste.
Indeed, we're going to have to go theater of the mind for this one. You descend, and about at the curve of the stairs, the next step would go splash if you take it. What you can see above the dark water is you've either found the water line or somebody really didn't have good drainage in this basement. It's been filling up over the past however many years or something. It smells like a sewer. There are small eepy things off in the corners of the ceiling. What you can see looks like a long hallway, maybe with some archways off here and there.
New plan, we come back with 20 dehumidifiers.
It just smells a little bad. I mean, a lot bad, but, like, it just smells bad.
I mean, it is giving me Swamp Planet vibes, but it's not as bad as the Swamp Planet.
For one thing, no infinite angry lizards.
You'll jinx it.
That we can see.
That you can see.
We've already encountered invisible angry lizards.
Can't be infinite.
I love how the longer this campaign
goes, the others go to the same place.
Sounds like an excellent idea. There were, 4 of these?
I saw 3, but you explored more than I did.
The GM will note that if you compare notes, there appear to be 4 of them, yes.
Okay.
Do they all resemble the same thing where we go down a little ways and then, without a cap of water breathing, we reach an impasse?
Basically.
Well,
although
I gave my cap of water breathing to a space kobold, so...
They do not appear to necessarily link up immediately. The one that is in the lower left of the map you're in, you can actually get down a little bit further before it turns into a playground for possibly invisible space Nexu fish. And there's some designs on the wall that might be some kind of sealing, ritual, warding, keeping things out.
Not in. We know it wasn't meant to keep water out. If it was, it failed.
Mm-hmm. The others lead into the same mess, basically.
Was there a second floor up on the normal first floor, or is it all basement?
There's a second floor up on the normal one that is accessible from not the stair you people took, but there are a couple of other stairs that go up, and the lift would have gone upwards as well. I should have mentioned that. But the second floor is not much of... Floor is kind of an optimistic thing to say about it anymore.
The second floor is not. You could have just stopped right there.
There's some stairway, and there was a roof. You could walk out on top of it. It's not open to the elements, quite.
Would either of you be averse to me doing something potentially foolish?
It'd be hypocritical if I stopped you.
All right.
And Tuxa has moved to the center of the large area in the Squelchy downstairs. as opposed to the flooded crypts.
Sen, if you would be so kind as to be prepared for our friends downstairs to be somewhat more talkative.
Of course. Ready when you are.
And I am, if this succeeds, just gonna pulse this on and off. Not like turn it on, leave it for a second or two, turn it off. I'm not gonna have it on the whole rest of the time we're in here.
Okay. Oh, Force Nimbus.
Yes, that's what you were doing.
By
It's a
7.
Force Nimbus rave.
You are announcing hello, Sith here,
Yes.
as loudly as possible. Interesting. Not an expected thing. The GM will have to think about this. There are numerous points beneath you that feel like they are waking and not sapiently so, but aware in the ways that dark artifacts tend to be, and possibly a few neutral ones as well.
And also the average
Okay.
person. We don't tend to be sapient when we first wake up.
Yeah, well, there is that.
Should we have prepared some coffee for them?
I have instant in my pack. I can just dump it in the water.
Excellent idea.
You don't feel like anything has particularly awakened in a way that it can come to you, but you are definitely feeling and not having to sense very hard. You're getting this off of native perceptions that there are things down there that are dark.
Okay.
They aren't hugely powerful, but they're not unpowerful. Holocrons, maybe?
They're
Some of them?
casually powerful.
Mm. Hello, darling. We'll be back for you.
Oh. Let me.
Maybe. The GM doesn't kill us. She had us roll for initiative suspiciously.
Yes, well, it's always useful to have initiative up. The something whispers for Antuxa that you feel like someone has whispered in your ear in the Sith language, "Don't lie," and then it's gone. Perhaps
Well-
it is a thing that haunts you.
Perhaps. I hadn't meant to lie. I do intend to come back for them. Possibly with a very large vacuum cleaner.
Or wetsuit.
Wet vac. No
Or
wetsuit.
dry suit.
A wetsuit would do it. Diving bell.
One of those old-fashioned diving suits that you have to bolt on.
I've always wanted to try one of those. Then again, I got my fair share when we were on that space station. Anyway,
Yes.
You wouldn't have to worry about zero G,
Where we
that's
headed-
for sure.
well, hopefully.
Oh, that's right.
Although knowing what you want to do with the place,
No,
I
I'm
thought we
happy to
said we
leave this
wanted
place
to-
as it is.
It's Sen who was talking about igniting it.
And considering
it's
how
not
squelchy
igniting it.
everything is.
throwing it into the atmosphere. Anyway, were we going to go back upstairs?
Well, it's a bit nicer than down here.
That's true. I could perhaps clean some of the mud off my boots.
Which stairway do you intend to take? Ran is trying to move all the mud again.
Oh, no, but once
No?
we get upstairs, that roll is preemptively made to take all of the mud off of all of our boots.
How thoughtful.
Which? The staircase, just for grins.
I didn't know there was more than one going up.
There's one off to the left, there's the one up top that you came down, and there's another one that's down the lower right.
It doesn't matter to me.
Let's go up a different
What do you
way
say?
than
Why
we
don't
came
we-
down.
But you
I was
came
going
down?
to say, why don't we each go up a different one?
Dibs on the one
No,
to
let's-
the lower right.
I agree. Let's go up a different one than the one we came down, just to see what happens.
Okay. I have
I like how Rand said dibs on the one to the lower right and immediately went to the one on the lower left.
the other lower right.
It was-
I'm going to move
it
you
was
people
Rand's
through
right.
here. I'm going to clump you up. The GM
I
is
know it
going
was
to
your
move-
right, but it's still not the direction you said.
Look, my character icon was upside down, so the one on the left was the one to the right, and we're on the basement level, which means it was the lower right.
You come
All I'm
up
saying
into.
it was your right to go to this staircase, and you were right to do it.
I appreciate
And
your
now that
friendship.
Now that we've left the downstairs, And now the mud has left us. Let's see what else we can find up here. Hmm?
As you come up, I assume you're not doing anything particularly stealthy.
No.
Rand's very good at being stealthy. We've established this.
Yeah.
I,
A somewhat older voice calls out, "Somebody there? Somebody. If you're ghosts, say no. If you're ghosts, say no. Don't want no ghosts."
a ghost, darling, I assure you, I am not.
You sure? 'Cause I just got woke up by ghosts.
Sounds like you've
How
had much
interesting.
more of an interesting time than we've had.
What did they say to you?
They said they said they were here and they're coming for me.
How interesting. And why would they be coming for you?
I don't know. I'm in a church. I'm in a temple. That's what this place is. I mean, I thought it was great because look, there's all the water around here. It's gotta be blessed, right?
There is nothing
Something
blessed
like
about the
that.
water in the basement.
This entire town is nuts.
Say, you aren't the one who wrote these things on the floor, are you?
No, people break in. They do that. I just need a place to sleep. That's all.
I understand. It's
Sometimes
to
somebody
find
comes in. Yeah.
hard to find somewhere you belong sometimes. And
Yeah.
it does rain quite a bit here.
Oh yeah, all the time. Sometimes somebody will play the organ over there.
Oh, it still works.
Does now.
So somebody fixed it.
Guess so.
Oh,
hey, it's daytime. I should go out and put my hat out somewhere. What if you're fancy? Am I dreaming?
No, darling. But, well, I tell you what. She is going to approach but step gingerly around the sigils on the floor.
Uh-huh.
Instead of putting your hat out,
Yeah?
why don't I give you a few credits and you stay here for the day?
Ain't nothing to eat here.
Well, that's fair. All right, then go get something to eat. But you shouldn't have to be out there panhandling. Well, you shouldn't have to be out there panhandling. But I have a few spare. And in the meantime, if you should, while you're staying here, hear anybody make reference to my brother Ishkarhul, well, please let me know, won't you? I'll swing by once a day or so.
Ishkar. Ain't that the name on the ground over there?
It is. Someone's written his name, Ishkarhul Return, which, I mean, if we're going to have a reunion, well, here's as good a place as any, I suppose. They have all the markings on the floor, right?
They do? Okay.
Oh, yeah. Anyway. And she will pass over a breadstick.
He will take it and sort of thanks.
If you hear anything, don't
You really
go
want
out
me to
of your
stay
way.
here? It's haunted. It's haunted.
I think it would be nice to, well, it's up to you.
I can
I've
stay
already
in the.
given you the.
I'll
I've already given you the cred stick. Do what you will with it.
I'll
And
check
if you
in.
happen to hear his name, check in with me. And she'll walk back away and again avoid the sigil.
He sort of trails along. He is also going to avoid the sigil. Oh hey, there's lots of you.
Just 3 of us.
Oh, there's only one of you over there. Okay. I better go get some air
Yes,
of the.
go get something to eat.
Yeah,
The world is easier to deal with on a full stomach.
that's the truth. He wanders off.
Well, he was pleasant enough. What do you think, Ran? Playable?
Ren has no idea without the GM saying what he should roll to figure that out.
It's a musical instrument. You could press a key.
Ren's tempted to, just like any small child is tempted to press a key on a piano that they're walking past. However, Ren wants to examine the piano, or rather, the organ, before pressing anything.
It looks like it's cleaned up. Search?
Which is odd for a place like this.
Marco.
Polo. Ooh. Missed by 3. I barely noticed that someone's dusted it off.
I mean, it's a lot cleaner than anything else in here. The bench doesn't look horribly broken down either.
Ram will press a random key.
It makes a loud organ noise.
Oh, this could be very annoying. Ram presses every key. He does that thing where you start at one end and just move your finger all the way down.
Rand wants to avoid some of the keys while he's doing this. He just wants to. Those are bad
And
keys.
Tuxa, then,
Yes, dear.
I didn't want to press some of these keys.
Really?
Yes, I wanted to press every single one of them, and then I wanted to avoid a few. That's very interesting, don't you think?
I think it very well is. I will reach out a gloved hand and lay my hands on the key, deliberately lay my hand on the key that Ran is indicated as.
Well, yeah, I'm pointing out exactly which ones.
Okay. You're not pressing them, you're simply touching them.
Yes.
Okay. Made by 9.
Just in case.
That's a will roll. Okay. Something leads to these keys from the depths of the organ out elsewhere, and there is danger.
Extraordinary. What kind of leads?
Physical and not for mystic force. On the other hand, there are definitely things down there that are awake in the soggy basements.
The organ is physically dangerous?
Well, that's certainly what it seems like.
Rand, don't step there. Actually, I should probably put... I mean, you
Oh,
can't
that's a
step
hole?
there, but you'll be jumping down. That's a hole.
Okay, well then Rand doesn't step there.
Clucky, go down the hole.
Rand is exploring other rooms. Rand, exploring other rooms.
I found another hole.
You have...
It's not nearly as interesting as the Pit of Nope.
In fact, you're pretty sure you've seen the other side of that hole when you were downstairs.
That's why it's not as exciting.
Sen,
Yeah.
do you want to play with the organ?
No, I'm good. I think this is one of those things that I don't really know druck about, either musically or metaphysically, and I'm just going to stand guard.
There are two kinds of people. There's Ran, who didn't know anything about the organ and decided, I'm going to press all of these. And there's Sen, who was sensible.
Oh, I mean,
As
I
you noted,
totally would
Tuxa.
have pressed them, but you already tried that. So I don't know anything else to try.
Well, I tried and failed. You could try and succeed.
Is there a good reason to think that I would? I mean, I could, but, like...
It's been established that those keys are dangerous, or they lead to something that's dangerous. To be honest, I'm not sure we should press them, but we're running out of leads, and I'm beginning to think that we need to do something more drastic to get something's attention a bit more than we've been able to do so far. Now, what that is,
I tend to agree.
I feel I'm grasping at straws.
And Tuxa, check chat.
I mean, we've been trying. I'm pretty sure we were setting up to do that. Do you just want to
Yes.
see me get, like, misted with acid or whatever?
Sen, darling.
No.
I wonder if we might go into the room behind the organ and disassemble the wall. Ran, you might enjoy this part too.
Oh,
So
you
that we
had
get
me
the
at
mechanism.
disassemble a wall.
Great plan.
There is a wire, at least one, leading somewhere from those keys. And it would be nice to be able to follow it. And that is something I think you know something about.
I have a question.
Yes? Rand has a
I'm
telekinesis.
having a difficulty with changing the... Oh. Because there's two that do that for some reason.
And if the
What?
question is being asked in character, Rand waits for the question to be asked before that roll.
Oh, there's
No,
the
my
mechanical watches.
question was, do I sense anything computerized about this trap?
Computerized.
Electronic.
Something very, very simple. Maybe.
The wire goes to a grenade.
Yeah, I mean, I was a little concerned it might.
Yeah. That would probably be the sort of feel it has.
Ah,
Ran, you're peeling away the wall behind the thing there
Carefully-
with that.
Yep, carefully, one bit at a time, with the intention of not moving anything that looks like it is or is attached to a wire.
Well, there's some old wires and whatnot for the electronics that used to have, like, the lights in this place, but, you can
Well,
get around
those
with
aren't
wires,
wall.
sure.
Those aren't wall,
Yeah.
so those stay.
You're just picking the wall apart.
Yes.
Even you're having to work at picking out parts because it used to be, permacrete and all that good stuff, but it's very weathered and not so perma. And also you made by 15. So that will absorb a lot of penalty. And I'm going to look at the time and well, eventually you have wires exposed and oh, look, there's the back of the organ. It was yes, okay. It wasn't precisely set in there, but it was set very close, and you've made a nice little hole there, and now you can get into the back of it, and, well, that used to be nice wood, but do you people care? Probably not. There's some wires that seem to go out and perhaps down. Perhaps they've merely been lying around, very difficult to see. But yes, and it does feel like it's going off. These are wires that if you press the wrong ones, perhaps they will, in fact, ignite grenades or something.
Great.
Let's see. As you are debating, you hear from the front. Did I not load that one? I loaded. Sure, I loaded that one. A sound of someone going, "Hey, I hear somebody's in here. I want you to come out slowly and with your hands up. This place is condemned and no one's supposed to be here." And on that note, since it's almost 10 o'clock, I think we should pause.
Sounds like
Okay.
a plan.
Thank you all for playing. It's a mysterious puzzle. Also, it's really fun having you people skitter around the map and look at all the cool stuff I see. I hope that the listeners had some amount of entertainment. Since I made this map with assets that I've either purchased a license for or don't need a license, so long as I actually stick the attributions on the map, at some point maybe I can even get them up on the Patreon. So that'd be cool. Or they could be made, part of a free post in the Patreon or something.
Could be.
So, tonight, Beth, tonight we had Crash and Ellie and EO, and does anyone have anything they want to plug? I mean...
EO's mom writes books.
Yep, ElizabethMcCoy.com. And you can check out stuff with, on Smashwords. You can check it out on your other favorite thing, Kobo, Nook, even Amazon so far. And speaking of cool stuff.
Well, we put all of our stuff over on aaronbsmith.com. If it's not there, there's a link to it from there, including a link to our Patreon, patreon.com/cogwheelgaming, where you can help us keep the lights on along with other illustrious patrons, including Ellie, Shan, Walter, Liv Drummond, and patron emeritus Cindy.
And this is Beth saying, right, I swear if it's as easy as this, I am going to chew on my badge. It's not going to be this easy. Come out with your hands up. Night, everyone.
And now you all have an asset to not playing a pipe organ. You might think that's worthless, but in fact, it's incredibly useful.
I suppose if the pipe organ's going to explode, but
Why
even if it isn't.
Organ out of pipes anyway.
Last time I played a pipe organ, you hit me with that walking stick of yours.
That's right. It's because you played it terribly. Maybe you shouldn't be playing it at all.
That's
Much
why I'm
less
giving.
telling stories about it.
That's why I'm giving everyone an asset and not playing it. It's to save them from you.
Good. Amazing. You're useful for once.
I'm always useful.
Says you. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.